Okay, now we are going to work on the learning objective number 3. Prepare income statement showing the continuing and discontinuing operations. Prepare a statement of comprehensive income. Discontinued operation, right? So this is also not uncommon for the business, right? So they have a operation on certain business activities, right? Certain production lines, right? And turned out that was not very successful. So then they decided to get rid of that operation, right? They don't want to keep losing money on it, right? They may want to discontinue that operation. I remember you guys, I don't know, you guys know the story of Target, right? So Target is doing very well in US. It's a retailer, right? So 1 year they decided to come to the Canadian market. It didn't take very long. They have to quit the operation in Canada because it didn't work out very well. So the idea is, right, this year, if you have some financial information on the income statement, your incomes, expenses related to that operation that will be discontinued. So that's a really important information, right? The users want to know. Why? Because this relevant information will be here this year, but it will be gone next year because next year you will not have this operation. So therefore, if the management is going to discontinue the operation, they have to report this separately on the income statement. They need to report what is the current year's profit or loss from the discontinued operations. Okay? Because users want to know, right? They need to understand that, okay, this year there is a profit or loss from this operation, and this is a discontinued operation. Next year, that operation will not be there. So therefore, when I'm evaluating this year's performance of the corporation, I have to filter, right, the effect of the discontinued operation, because try to predicting next year's performance, I will not include the information from the discontinued operation. So the requirement is on the income statement, you have to report the information from the discontinued operation separately. And if there is any assets, like let's say factory, buildings, equipment that is related to that discontinued operation, you probably need to sell it, dispose it, right? If the asset, right, will not be used in the operation because the operation is discontinued, if you are going to sell this asset, it hasn't been sold, it's still on your balance sheet, but you need have a separate line to highlight that this asset is for sale, okay? So that when a user of the financial statement, they would understand that possibly that asset will be not there next year, right? Does this make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. So this is one example of this company's income statement. This line saying profit from continuing operation, right? So you have sales, cost of goods sold, gross profit, operating expenses, right? And all the way down to this line, profit from continuing operation. As a user, I would know that when predicting next year's performance, I can count on the profit from the continuing operation because these operations will continue. But then they have this line saying discontinued operation. That's from this operation. They have a loss, right? It's a loss net of 21,000 income tax saving. When you have a loss, your income will be lower, the tax will be lower. So there is a saving in the income tax. But the net loss is 49,000. That's a net loss. And then you disposed this division, okay? So this is 35,000 loss. That's the net loss, okay? So these two, this one operation, this division, this will be discontinued. And in current year, when we consider the tax effect, right? So the net is a loss 49 from the manufacturing operations, and the loss of disposed this division is 35,000. So together, 84,000. Profit for the year is 25,200. So when I'm thinking about next year's financial information, I won't predict next year the profit will be roughly 25,200 because this discontinued operation will not be there anymore. So my prediction would be next year's performance would be close to $100,000, right? Those are the profit from the continuing operation. So the format of presenting this information is you presented the information from the continuing operation, and that's followed by the information from discontinued operation. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Professor.
What I'm going to
Thank you, Anna. How about you, Hasbury? Does this make sense?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. Other comprehensive income. It's very important to note that the concept of other comprehensive income only relevant to IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard. Okay. For like ASB, there's no such concept, accounting standard for private enterprises. Okay. So what is the other comprehensive concept of income and loss? So you know the profit or loss for the current year, and then you add or subtract other comprehensive income or loss. So that together, that is your comprehensive income and loss for the year. And this one is a separate component in the shareholders' equity on the balance sheet. So let's take a look at this. This is called statement of comprehensive income instead of statement of income, right? It's a statement of comprehensive income. So you have a profit for the year, 25,200, but there are other comprehensive income or loss. Okay, so you have a holding loss, net 1,500 of income saving is 3,500. So what is this loss? This loss is about probably some investment unrealized loss, right? So then your total comprehensive income is 21,700.